It looks like we are live. Let me see. We are. Awesome. Awesome. Hey guys, it is Tuesday and this is our weekly segment of Beyond the Backdrops. And I'm super excited, as always, to actually talk to you guys live and really see where you are as it relates to one, your business, and also the industry. Normally on these Behind the Backdrops, like broadcasts, we really is kind of recapping what I wrote about or what I spoke about rather in the podcast and just seeing like where you guys are and if you are doing it, if you want to do it, if you've been thinking about it. So is that Andrea? Hey, Andrea, girl. So that's the whole goal for this whole ordeal on Tuesdays, right? Is to really kind of get back to you guys and really nurture you guys and find out where you are. Because since I've used to do these broadcasts, a lot of you have just done a lot. Like you guys have excelled, you guys are growing, you're doing all the things, and I'm excited about it. But I'm also curious to like where you guys are going and what is it that you want to do moving forward, because it's so much to do, y'all. It is so much to do in this freaking industry. It's ridiculous. And you can get distracted really fast. You can get distracted really, really, really fast. So let me get my little TikTok up here. It's a lot of action going on over there on TikTok. Oh, not that kind of action, baby. Not that kind of action. Wait a minute. So while I'm doing this, guys, I want you to actually tell me, where are you viewing from? I see it's a lot of new people in the group. It's a lot of new people on YouTube, especially since we're moving new content over there. It's just like a lot. All right, that one ain't signed in, so I ain't gonna do it. It's a lot. So again, tell me where you guys are viewing from in the comments. Hey, Andrea Boo. Hey, Helen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, again, we're talking about, guys, making money in your sleep. We're talking about digital products. I talk about it often. Reason being, it's one of my saving graces. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of my saving graces. And y'all, it's something I actually enjoy doing. And I know a lot, when I was doing come on, Charlie, come on through. When I was doing like when I was creating a digital community and all that good stuff, you guys were a lot of you guys were really, really eager to not only get in, but get started. But you had a lot of questions, like not knowing what to do, not knowing what to sell, not knowing what to create, not knowing where to post it, not knowing how much to charge. And I get it. I get it. Hey, Carolyn, come on through, coming from Chicago. And I get it. So that's why, again, I like doing these kind of broadcasts, because one, it shows that you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself. I know sometimes we tend to think that we are, but we are not. And it doesn't really matter what level you're at. My thing is I love being a creative. I absolutely love it. Out of all the 11 jobs I've had, being a full-time creative is like the most rewarding. It's the most exciting. And it is the most, I guess, self-discovery thing I've ever done. Being creative, for me anyway, really am able to discover a lot of things about myself. And the main thing is being not only creative, but being flexible enough and having all the things needed to where you can kind of just always filter through what's happening. Because things are, like right now, things are trending in the draping game, right? Now, if you didn't have that, what's the word? Adaptability. I think that's it. To be able to adapt to the changes or the things that people are requesting, then guess what? You will be stuck. So one thing I want you guys to realize, that I know how exhausting it could be. All of the client calls, right? The endless emails, the site visits. Baby, I had a time over the past couple of days doing a whole bunch of freaking site visits. I'm like, I don't really miss this part. I don't really miss that part. But the whole ripping and running, I get it. And it's one thing to do it, but it's another thing to do it and your bank account is not matching that hustle. Do y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? And if that's the case, right? If you experiencing that, or if you've experienced that at one time, maybe that's not your situation right now, because it's busy out here. It's busy. But the main thing is even if that was your experience at one time, broadcasts like these, or just this kind of information, is things that's going to allow you to understand and realize that it don't got to be that way. It really does not have to be that way. I want you guys to tell me down in the comments if you've ever felt And I don't want you to just drop a money bag, because I'm going to know exactly what the money bag means. If you've ever felt like you are working entirely too freaking hard and you're not getting enough return, you're not getting maybe enough money, or whatever your return is, for different people is different things. Whatever that return is for you, if you feel like you're putting in entirely too much work and not getting that return, drop the money bag in the comments. Let me just see who I'm talking to here. Let me make sure I'm talking to the right people for one. I may not be talking to the right people. I'm trying to tell you. So again, guys, today we're going to break down, if you may have heard it, or did the video one upload yet? I'm not too sure, but I know the audio one did. If you have not heard the Raising the Bar podcast this week, it was talking all about digital products and how to really create money in your sleep, right? We're going to talk about that, because digital is the move right now. Digital is the move right now. Come on, Charles. Thank you. I was about to say, okay. Come on, Andrea. Let's get it. That the digital is the move right now, guys. And when I was about to pivot in the beginning of the year, but I was ready to do an entire pivot, right? I was, because that's just how frustrated I was with the industry. But now with my recommitment, guys, guess what? Here's the kicker. That's why I love being a creative. Everything I was about to do, I still could do it within my industry. For one, I have been doing it since maybe 2018, 2019, something like that, right? And now that things are a lot easier to create, to sell, to market, all the nine, is a lot more exciting, because a lot of you guys that maybe at the time y'all didn't, I used to work with people that was trying to create digital products. And the biggest thing, they ain't have enough time. I'm like, baby, I don't want to hear that no more, because I know what it's like to feel like you don't have time, and I have to go and find the time, because I was so vested in the thing that I was creating. But now that things are a lot easier, it's exciting, right? It's really, really, really exciting. So again, that's what it's all about, right? I want you guys to definitely stick around. One thing that's coming up, if you guys have not registered, you're going to kind of hear me speak about it a little bit. Not to mention, my team may be here dropping the link down in the comments to help you guys on this Thursday. I'm going to say it early, because baby, once I get into the flow, I'll be forgetting to mention it. Let me get into the flow. But before I do, this Thursday, I'm doing my second Draping for Dollars masterclass. Now, if you came to last week's masterclass, that was all about the people, right? Like how to find your people. I'm trying to tell you guys, when it comes down to really having a successful business that generate the kind of money you want, it's so many different moving parts, right? It ain't you want to get it all in one setting, because it's just so many different things and many different aspects and elements that you have to consider and that you have to really master and improve upon. So guys, this week is all about positioning. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of you guys are not making the money you desire to make simply because you're not positioned properly. It has nothing to do with your skill level. It has nothing to do with all that. It just have everything to do with how people perceive your brand, meaning you're not positioned properly for someone to just pay your invoice with no questions asked. That's it. So if this sounds like something that you'll be interested in, I need you guys just comment D for D. That's Draping for the number $4. Drop it down in the comments, even if you catch the replay, because I don't want you to miss this week's training. Position, I'm telling you, is like maybe 70% of a lot of you guys' issue. That's all. Everything else is fine, right? Thank you, Rejoice. I appreciate you. So main thing is, if you see it, catch it on replay, drop that down in the comments. So we're going to get into it. Main thing I want you guys to think about, right? This is one thing I did wrong. Some of the things I did, and especially in the beginning, I did because it was the popular thing to do. Like, you'll be sitting there looking at everyone else's successes like, oh, I want to do that. Like, oh, I could do that. Baby, just because you see someone else do it does not mean you can easily do it the same way. You don't know what they've done, how they've prepared, what they've gone through, what they've invested in. You don't know none of that stuff, right? So the main things I want you guys to really think about. Thank you guys for commenting that D for D. I want you guys to think about, really, why do you even want to go digital? Why? Because I get so much feedback when I get to talking about digital and sleep money and all the things I do. I get a lot of feedback around it. But why do y'all want to do it? Tell me down in the comments. Why should you consider digital products? Why are you considering creating a class, creating ebook, whatever it is. I want to know why. I have my reasons why, but I'm gonna tell you in the beginning that I ain't have a reason. It just was like, oh, that looked like easy money and I want to do it. And a lot of the people I worked with in the beginning, especially, had the same idea. Like, oh, that's easy. I wanted, but then when they got into the creation part, it wasn't so pretty. Now they don't want to take the time to really create it. And in my creation process, baby, we not taking shortcuts. We not taking shortcuts, because when you take shortcuts and you put it out there, guess what? It looked like you took a shortcut. Now what's happening? Your positioning in the marketplace, you thought it was going to be here and people was going to pay, let's just say $1,000 for this product. But because you positioned it incorrectly, they only willing to give you this much. And now because you put your sweat equity in it, you feel a little way about the baby that you was birthing, that you were so excited about. Now that ain't so exciting. And I see this happen a lot in the industry. People jump in. I would say, and people, and not even in the industry, period. Because I was in other industries, right? I was in a totally digital marketing industry, had nothing to do with events. And I was like, y'all hustling. Like, y'all in survival mode. That ain't my energy. So I can't mix in that well, because it's a different kind of energy when people are in survival mode. But what I can say is that digital products or digital marketing, period, it is a game changer. And you can easily serve more clients while working less amount of hours. That was one of the things I loved about it. But that I didn't have that idea going in. I had no idea. My idea going in was probably a lot of y'all's being super on. Oh, it look easy. Let me do it. Oh yeah, I could do that. Let me do it. But then once I created it and I seen how this thing was really taking shape and how I was just waking up to money and how I was easily being able to achieve my income goals without me having to actively do a lot. Like, I may have had, let's just say, 2 events that month. But I'm got these digital products that's constantly, creating income. So I'm not on the hunt. I'm not on the prowl looking for my next client. That is one of the biggest things that I was like, I fell in love. And since I created my first one, that's why y'all saw me roll them out so much. I kept rolling them out. And guess what? I'm still rolling them out because I'm a creative. So as a way for us to really take our passions and our creativity and serve people at a level where they are and be able to help them get to their next level. I'm trying to tell you, I love it, love it, love it. Okay. Keisha, what Keisha say? Thank you, Keisha. I appreciate y'all. So one thing I want y'all to do, definitely don't overthink it. When a lot of people overthink it, they end up never doing nothing. Guys, I swear, I kid you not. I was sitting here talking to Miss Tanisha. Miss Tanisha finally launched her, it was like a program or something that she'd been sitting on for a couple years. Guys, when I seen her finally go ahead and promote that thing, I was so excited. And the good thing is supposed it just takes a certain word or a certain kind of energy to get you to activate into things that you were supposed to been do that. You were supposed to been do that. But my thing is, this is why I tell you guys, stay connected to this different entities. It's going to actually cause you to move, cause you to shift. Because had that not happened on that call we had, it was ironic that I ended up on the call. Had that energy not been in that place, I'm not sure if it would have been presented already. My thing is, y'all got to stop sitting on these things that you guys have that is amazing already how it is. You can always enhance it and make it better later. But somebody need that thing right now. And when I even looked at the offer, I'm like, I might need this. I might need this. So I'm trying to tell you guys, when you are sitting on things that help people, have the ability to help people, it's amazing. So definitely shout out to Miss Tanisha Lee for finally dropping her idea, which was amazing, that she's been sitting on for forever. This is what I don't want for you guys, because it happens. I too sat on an idea for a long years, right? I was like pushed into actually launching something that I sat on forever. And the reason why I sat on it forever, because you wanted to be this, you wanted to be that. Oh, it ain't good enough. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to figure this out. Baby, let me try and tell you something. That battle with yourself, you're going to have to let that thing go. You're going to have to let that thing go because people need it exactly where it is right now, right? And then when you enhance it and you make it better and you pretty it up and you add more value, guess what? They still are going to be with you because whatever you add to it, they're going to need that too. So y'all stop sitting on y'all amazing ideas. I'm trying to tell you, don't do that. Whatever your idea is that you see that is needed, or you think that will be very helpful to your marketplace, to your ideal clients, start getting in creation mode, right? Some of y'all is past creation mode. Some of y'all I've been talking to for a while, and y'all been talking back to me saying, yeah, I got it together, coach. Where's it? Where is it at? I want to see it. When I see stuff on the timeline, I'm like, okay, we ain't playing no more. Lights out, game over, let's go. And then from there, once you put it out and put it in the universe, then the real work start. Because now, if you're a real true CEO, entrepreneur that loves serving your people, even if it's not in its best format, the you that want to help people and give a good product or a good service is always going to constantly enhance it, constantly make it better. But the main thing is you got to hit the go. You got to hit go and just let it rip, right? Let it rip. So the easiest way for some of you guys to really think about what you could do, this what makes it super easy for me, is really just think about that one thing. Whatever that one thing is that people keep coming to you, asking you about. That one thing, or this is another flip side. This is how you could start really getting in front of it and really creating and crafting what it is you want. Even if you see it's something that has a need in the industry and maybe they're not coming to you for it. This is where you do the freaking work that I'm ready to train on Thursday. This is how you position yourself in the marketplace for that thing that you want to be known for, but you ain't going to be known for 11 things. Like some of y'all just do too much. So it's hard to make you a specialist in any one area. But if that is something you're looking to do, dominate the lane, navigate and dominate, then you have to get zero focus on what it is that you want to be known for. Period. And if it's something you're already known for, then you just take it to the next level. Take it to the next level. Y'all got that? That's number one. I really think about why you want to get into digital. What would digital do for you? For me, digital gave me a lot of my time back. Digital allowed me to just continuously meet my income goals, but still have time to craft new stuff. When I was always doing classes and I'm touring like 40, 45, 50 states in a year, like that's a lot. That is a lot. And I don't know who the heck I thought I was putting those tours together. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, let's get, I'm like, baby, I would be so burnt out from a run. And that's how I got knee deep into my digital side, my recurring revenue side, because I like being home. I like being able to do what I want to do in the course of my day. I enjoy that a lot. And that's one of the main things that, like the digital marketing space, that's one thing that it definitely can do for you guys. So if you have something specific, because I'm also looking at the people that's in my comments. If you have something specific, put it down in the comments that you don't even got to tell me what it is, because I know somebody ain't going to say it because y'all think somebody going to steal it. But trust me, guys, I don't care what it is. If it's yours, can't no one steal the actual essence because it's you, right? I don't care if they provide the same thing that you provide. They can't do it how you do it. So if you have something that you want to tap into this space, you don't know how, you don't know what, period. I just need you to put that's me. Say that's me, or give me a hand down in the comments, because a lot of you guys have been reaching out to me about this whole digital spiel, because I redirected my energy back center focus where it should be, which is in my industry. But guess what? We still can do. I still make digital money in my marketplace. I still do that, right? So you point is you still could do it. You don't have to pivot. You don't have to change. You don't have to do any of that stuff, right? You just have to realistically, which is what I'm going to train on Thursday. You just have to position your brand, your offer, your solution in the marketplace in such a way that people are like, oh, I need that. I need that from her though. But from her though. I need it from her though. Okay, Keisha say, okay, and Keisha, same thing. We've been talking, Keisha. We've been talking. Deirdre, I'm gonna see you on the training, Deirdre. Second thing, guys, is how to actually create a winning product. One of the easiest ways is don't think about it, right? I spent a lot of time, maybe 2022, I think, really trying to just brainstorm what I could create. And honestly, I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of money, wasted money that wasn't even necessary for the things that I was creating, right? You do not got to be tech savvy, guys, to jump into the digital marketing space. Because I know a lot of you guys are, and that will stop you within itself because you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to do that. You don't have to do that. You really don't. You don't have to have this whole studio set up, microphone. Baby, you don't need that either. Sometimes I'm just going straight from my phone, right? Another course, the last 2 courses, I believe, I recorded that's in the Draping Vault that a lot of people got because they needed help in those areas. I recorded it from my freaking phone. So you don't need a whole studio setup, right? You don't have to be this graphic designer. That was one of my biggest things because I want things to look pretty. I would sit and spend hours in Canva trying to do this and baby, I ain't got time to do it anymore. I don't. I am not a graphic designer. I could make it, I could do what it do. Like I could get the words on there or whatever, make it a little pretty. But when it comes to elements and line, I ain't got time for all that. I just got to tell the people what they need. And I just need to have a Bob button or whatever it is so they can get access to what they need. I don't need you guys thinking that you need all this stuff to get started because it's not about being fancy. It's about having a solution and being clear on that solution and then being super clear on who the solution is for so that you can meet your income goals a lot quicker. That's what it's all about, right? The things that I'm creating now, I don't do a whole lot of promoting around them. Y'all don't see me dropping and talking about I don't do that. Some people will promote all day, every day. And I get it. I love it. I don't have the capacity to do that. But I still will create it as if it's $1 million freaking product. But I know exactly who I'm creating it for, right? And I know the people I'm creating it for, I'm so clear on who they are. When I really want to market the thing, for one, it's already created. And 2, all I got to do is attract thousands others that's just like them. That's it. It's not really hard to do this thing, right? And the easier you do it, the more simple you do it, guess what? You'll have a check mark that is actually done. Otherwise, it's going to stay on your vision board. It's going to stay maybe a conversation in my DMs talking about this is something you know you should have did, you need to do, want to do, but haven't done. And I need this year, 2025, to be intentional for you in every decision you make. I started the year out telling you 2025 is very personal for me. It ain't necessarily about this, and it's personal. A lot of previous years, I made a lot of decisions because what was best for this and what was best for that. This year, I'm making decisions what's best for Precious Stevens. No of the Posh Academy, no of the Draping Queen, just Precious Stevens, right? So I need you guys to be super intentional about what it is you want and then think about what is it going to take for it to happen, for it to come to fruition. Anything I want, anything that I desire, for one, I know my creativity, my mind is so valuable that it can create something that's going to allow me to have this thing that I know I'm already supposed to have, right? Or I already have it. My name on it somewhere. I just ain't attracted to me. My name on it somewhere. I just don't know quite where it's at, but I'm gonna find it though. Hey, train girl. So that's the thing, right? I need you guys to just really, one, if you kind of, again, not sure where to get started, just really understanding, one, you want to get started. 2, what is it going to take for you to start? Not what is it going to take for you to finish, but once you start actually doing things to start and move this thing, then the work starts, right? With me, once I actually start things, it's hard for me to put it on a shelf and just forget about it. It is so hard for me to do that. It's like I will beat myself up because, one, I respect my brain. I love my creative genius. I do. And if I start something and I don't see it to fruition, I'm just all disgruntled with myself, everything, because I'm like, something happened. What happened? Either I didn't think it through, or I'm jumping ship, or I'm just moving to something happened. I'm not really giving my creative process time to really manifest into the thing I wanted to do. So I want you guys to get super clear. You don't have to figure out your offer now, but just why you want to do this thing, right? And then how you're going to create the winning product, like how you're going to make it yummy. I want you guys to tell me down in the comments, if you could teach something, or if you could just create something, what would that be? What would that be? I know you ain't got to tell me the title and all that, but would it be an ebook? Guys, when I wrote my first book and that sucker was published, and then not only published, but won Amazon bestseller, the fact that I did it, right? And after the fact, I'm like, oh, I could have did it this way. I should have did this. But the fact that I did it and it went beyond what I thought it would do, it just propelled me to realize that, oh, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I keep telling even people I work closely with, I'm like, once you create this one, I just need you to successfully create one. Once you create one, it's game on. It's rinse and repeat. I don't see how a true creative could be in this arena and not take full advantage and maximize. I can't work for anyone else, but I'm going to give them hell. I am. I am. Because that's just not my normal anymore. Did it for 38 years. That's not my normal anymore. Now my normal is going into my think tank and just creating a solution so freaking yummy that whatever it is on my vision board, it's going to help me achieve what it is on my vision board. And you guys could do the same exact thing. Last thing I want to cover is, this is another biggie that a lot of my people were saying. They don't know where to promote it. They don't know where to sell it. They don't know how to do this. I got it, but how do I sell it? Guys, you cannot let that small, because that's very small. You cannot let that small factor rob you of this major transformation that you can receive going through this process, right? This is where we talk about actually getting paid. It's nothing worse than having all these freaking ideas, right? And you making this and you making that, and then you're like, all right, the cart open, and your phone ain't doing nothing. It ain't ching-chinging, it ain't doing nothing. That's like one of the worst fears ever that keep people stuck. And that's one of the worst realities ever that keep creatives from creating. It stops them from creating, right? My thing is, you got this amazing product because if you thought it came from somewhere. But if nobody know about it, then guess what it's doing? It's sitting around and it's collecting dust. It's sitting around and collecting dust. This name look familiar. Hey, Inspired Decor More. I love it. Okay, I love it. But guys, promotion is everything. And when I say promotion, I don't mean every 5 minutes posting on your stuff like, this is for sale. Baby, that is so overrated. I'm trying to tell you. I know a lot of people think, well, the more people see it, they're going to buy it. There's so many different ways to market. It's so many different touch points that you could take your prospects or your potential clients through, other than constantly posting on your platforms. Posting is just one way, right? That's just one. There's so many other ways to make money. But the main thing is promoting it, right? I'm sitting here nurturing my people. I'm sitting here having a conversation. But what did I mention? I already mentioned my podcast yesterday went live. So clearly I'm mentioning the podcast. I'm promoting it. Even in a soft conversation, I'm still telling you guys that, oh yeah, I'm out here in these streets working, right? I'm also mentioning, hey, I got a masterclass on Thursday if you really struggle with positioning. So what is that saying? I'm not sitting here putting flyers up every 5 minutes. And I'm not saying that don't work. I'm just saying there's more ways to do it. Some of you guys that struggle with the graphics, right? Or may not have a virtual assistant or whatever the case may be. You may think, oh, I ain't going to never be able to market this thing because I don't have no graphics to put out. That's a lie. You could market so many different ways. I got a couple people saying D for D. So I'm quite sure I will see these same names on that masterclass. It's more than one way to do it. The main thing is telling everybody within your reach and finding different mediums to communicate. Everybody that's in my group, guess what? Some of them aren't active. That group is 7, 8 years old. People come and go all the time. People that's on YouTube, that channel is, whenever COVID happened, that channel is 5 years old, right? So people come in and out of your ecosystem all the time. Your main thing is being able to connect with the most active, the most engaged, and the people that's actually interested in what you have. Some platforms that I'm on, ain't nobody over there because I'm not active on those platforms. Do I have an account? Yes, because when you do your FBI work, I need you to find me everywhere. That's omnipresence, right? But I'm active where people are active. Right? And that's what it's really all about. So I want you guys to figure out, how can you market? Don't think about how you should market, because when you do it that way, you end up not marketing at all. I know I love creating content. I love going live. Because I like nurturing and I like connecting with my people. That's what charges me up, right? That whole creating graphics and all that admin stuff, guess what that do? That makes me frustrated. That makes me super frustrated because, one, I feel like I'm being robbed of my time. I feel like my time as the creative need to be spent here, right? So then when you realize that as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, what do? You find the little minuscule things that are important, but that you shouldn't be doing, and then you get help. You get help. Come on, Keisha, say it again. You go to where the people are. But if I'm doing so much other stuff where I can't connect with my people, then there's a bottleneck in my marketing, right? So I need you guys, one, just think about how can you effectively market where nobody got to put a gun in your head and say, post today. Because some of you guys, I do. I'm like, did you post today? But what is it that comes natural to you? Or even if it doesn't come natural now, what would you like to become natural, meaning you got to practice at it. I talk about Teresa all the time because I just see, every time I see things or I'm talking about something, I see what she's actively doing. Even Alicia, even knowing, like, Alicia went live the other day and I know that she was totally uncomfortable. I know, but just seeing her push and accept the challenge, they are the things that excites me, right? They're the things that makes me feel as if, you want to know what? This is happening. And in them actually activating the things that you're saying do, you're seeing them progress. You're seeing me, meaning me, I'm seeing them progress, right? Evolve. That's a really good feeling. And then when people see the response, like, you know, now people, if TT go live or Alicia go live, people will jump on. When they did it on day one, no, that wasn't happening, but that came with practice. You guys got to do the same thing, right? Just realize, what do you want to be strong in? Some of y'all may want to be strong in graphics, which is fine. Go take a freaking course. Don't sit here and try and figure it out and all that good stuff. Just go take a course. And that's a whole part of your professional development, right? So that you can get better. Because if you are not visible, if you're not showing up and you got the solution, where are they going to get it from? 9 times out of 10, they're going to get it from somewhere else. And that solution may not even be better than yours. But because you're not available, because you're not visible, because you're not marketing, you're not making those touch points, you're not reminding the universe who you are, what you do, and who you do it for, they done gone somewhere else. I'm just trying to tell you. Yes, practice talk. That's how I got... That's how I got comfortable, right? Now I just don't care. But before, I used to be embarrassed by my Baltimore accent. I used to be embarrassed by some of the words I say, and I would try and fix them. And I'm like, girl, you spent 38 years in Baltimore. Ain't no sense in trying. You got other things to work on, right? Your speech, let it be what it's going to be. People need to be more focused on what's coming out of your mouth as opposed to how it's coming out. So you got certain things that about yourself, you just got to do the work to get over, right? Because it's robbing you of the opportunity. It's robbing you of this reality. It's robbing you of achieving your goals. It's robbing you of all the greatness that you already know you are. I'm trying to tell you, it's robbing you, right? So, hey, Joyce girl. I want you guys to really kind of think about, right? When you think about and you get some like aha moments of, this is why I want to do this. If I do this and it goes well, don't think about if it failed, right? Because you could think about that all day. I don't think about if things go wrong. I don't. I get excited about, well, dang, if this thing do this, I'm already partying or whatever, however I'm gonna celebrate. I'm already doing it in my head because that's the thing that's going to fuel me to keep going. If I keep thinking about, you want to know what if I don't go, what if I do this class and nobody sign up? And I'm like, if I carry that energy, what am I telling the universe? Don't send nobody my way. because I can't handle it for one. I'm too fearful of what that, I don't care. I've survived too much in my life, right? I survived too much in my life and I know I am great. So what do I have to do? I have to position myself, my brand amongst the people I know I can serve to a higher level. When I'm not doing that, I'm discrediting myself, my brand, and the people I am put here to help. Hey, Tanya Beautiful. I'm trying to tell you, it's just that this for me, it's just that's the only way I think. It's black or white. It's no gray. When it's gray, I tend to go the other way. I'm like, I don't know what's happening over here. Let me go the other way. It's black or it's white. I love clarity, right? And if I know exactly, even one of my coaches, shout out to Jalen, we be tripping because I am such a avid. It has to be I got to know what's happening. It has to be a plan, right? It has to be a plan. And when the plan is clear, I'm boom, full steam ahead. When there's some gray areas, I'm like, well, wait a minute. That's just the creative craziness that goes on in my head, right? I be laughing because sometimes I don't even realize it's happening. And even Doc, poor Doc. He said I should have been a lawyer. I swear to God. It's just how I think things through. It's like I'm already seeing the end before the end even come. And I'm realizing all these things that needs to happen in between so that it could be seamless. And I'm trying to tell you. Come on, Charles. I'm trying to tell you that's just how it is. But when I'm clear, right? Because I already know what I want to do. I already know who I want to help. It's about how am I going to do it? And when I'm clear, what do? I do things like this. I am positioning myself and my marketplace to remind you guys who I am, what I do, and how I can help you. That is what positioning is all about, right? And even in your digital products, that again is that's what digital products is all about. You're positioning your brand to be credible. You know your stuff. And when people are struggling with this thing, they need to come see about you. That's all it is. That is all it is. So guys, that is the 3 tips I have for you guys today. I swear, I want to see you guys on Draping for Dollars Masterclass, especially if you struggle with positioning in any way or you need clarity around it. It's this Thursday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't already done so, sign up. The links are in the comments. And if you catch this on a replay, just comment D for D so that we can actually send you the link. That is all I have for today, guys. You can easily find me on all my platforms by simply hitting the notifications bell. This is when I go live for Beyond the Backdrops. It is Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on any of my platforms. Hit the notification bell so that you do not miss another training. Any questions before I sign off? Again, thank you for everybody that came in and watched me live. I will see you guys on the next one. It's your girl, Precious Stevens of the Posh Academy, letting everybody know that you too can be positioned in your marketplace and make the kind of money that you desire by simply starting with your creativity. Okay, let's get these digital products on a roll, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye, guys.